Tonight on EA Sports. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers.
With potential whiteout conditions looming in our future, we are getting close to football at snowy Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather, snow, and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Here we go. Double tight, 3 down, 3 down.
Mayfield on play action. And incomplete to open things up.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10.
4 down.
Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
Right there, 56. You can't block me. You can't block me. 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I don't know what the heck he was looking at.
And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Mike 7. All day, just like that.
Mayfield looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Single. I got a single on the slot.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Mayfield now. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential, and he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
First down, Love to pass. Steps away to his left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Come on, set, blue, 32.
Check.
Throwing, Love, being chased out left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to add on to that lead. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Set, 180. 51. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Hey, alert 3.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mayfield off the play fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The Packers bring pressure and they block it. And they will wind up with the football and the possession. And there, Charles, the pressure wasn't coming off the edge. That block came straight up the chute, up the middle.
And that's when you're going to ask the personal protector what happened, because that position is often called the searchlight. And you start that light right up the middle before you scan to the sides. That's where your immediate threat is, and it's your quickest threat. Why he didn't see that and pick it up, that's going to be a big question they'll have to ask.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The end result, 21 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. 58's the mic. 58. 58's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Ready, go.
Here's Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers take the block punt and convert it into 6 points. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 3rd and 9.
Hey, watch the slant. Mike 56.
Now Mayfield.
Hey, watch the screen.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Packers bring pressure, and they block it. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Set, hut, yellow, 43.
58, right there.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Love now to pass on first down. Forced out to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Ready, ready. Black, 95.
Here we go, here we go. 58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic.
Hey, get in the weight room.
Are you serious, dog?
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Set,
Doesn't look
ready.
to be any confusion
Black 40.
here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game.
Set, go.
Now Love. He shakes him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
On the double. Let's go. Charge.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this. Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the third quarter we march. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
Okay, ready.
The Packer
Hurry,
offense
hurry.
ready to get their next drive underway. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go with Jacobs. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, 53 yards. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Calm and crouch. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to...
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Yeah, there we go, baby. Run harder.
Mayfield to throw it.
Hey, let's feed.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And I think he got it back. He did. So it was a great return, and they're able to maintain possession to keep the football.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
45. White.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 94 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
58's the mic.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
58, boys. 58. 58's Mike. Good.
Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Packers.
What a luxury it is to be able to call on a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That kind of puts the bow on what has been a complete performance, Charles. They're pitching a shutout on the other side in this offense. They've done their thing well, too.
Yeah, this game has been all all-out effort from them on every snap, and there's a good amount of pride on the line right now. They want to finish what they started. They want this shutout preserved.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They will start this drive with Ford, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mayfield.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.